Right, here we go. So we are back to what is Kabbalah, Tzvi Freeman, Shabbat.org. And here you see that inside your body breathed a person, a soul. Inside the body of Jewish practice breathes an inner wisdom, the soul of Judaism, which we often call it Kabbalah, meaning receiving. Just as Jewish practice is received through an unbroken ancient tradition from the revelation at Sinai, so is its soul. You must understand that Kabbalah is an ancient Babylonian mysticism, and eventually that is Satan worship. Anything that isn't in the Bible, you're not instructed to do. Secret knowledge, breathing technique is satanic. Let's just carry on here. Kabbalah then is the received wisdom, the native theology, and cosmology of Judaism. I don't even understand how people not know this. I mean, this is common knowledge now. This is out there that Judaism involves the Talmud and Kabbalah. So how could that be? How could they be the chosen people? It's ridiculous to think, but let's just move on. Another name for Kabbalah, one much more revealing, is Torah Hasod. And it is the teaching of the secret. Magic. Secret. The secret teaching means that we are trying to hide something from you. The teaching of the secret means that we are trying to teach something to you, to open up and reveal something hidden. Now, if you are a believer and you watched the first 3 parts of this Synagogue of Satan video, then by now you must understand what I'm trying to show you. So that is that modern day Judaism, Israel, are not God's people. They worship a different God, and they tell it to you. This is not my opinion, this is their website. So let's just see dive furthermore into the Kabbalah. So the true secrets, even once taught, explained, illustrated, analyzed, and integrated into your consciousness, remain just as mysterious as before. No, vastly more mysterious. For as the island of knowledge expands, so too its beach upon the infinite sea of the unknowable. Things are unknowable because God didn't want you to know it. All you need to know is in the Bible and might be in the Apocrypha. But you do not need Babylonian mysticism and Satan worship to find out the secrets. So life teems with such mysteries. And you got all the nonsense from New Age spiritualism. What is love? What is mind? What is life? What is existence? How do they come be? Where do they emerge from? What is your soul? Person within your body? And all that kind of things, right? So this is nothing else but New Age Satan worship. The deepest of all secrets are those best known to all, that which we learn as small children, take for granted the rest of our lives, live with daily, and yet never manage to unravel or grasp with our cognitive minds. These are all really dark thoughts, and I'm hoping that I made it clear throughout this video series. Kabbalah plunges into these secrets, pulls their depth into the open. It provides metaphor, parable, understanding. It shines light and opens our eyes. It inspires and guides us to use this wisdom for healing and growth in everyday life. Kabbalah, ancient Babylonian mysticism for healing and growth. That is why the experience of learning Kabbalah is one of, yes, I knew that truth all along. My heart knew, but my mouth was unable to speak it. The truth of the Kabbalah belonged to every sentient being. See how even Hinduism comes into play, and how they put all the religions under this. You know, you think that you've discovered the secrets, and you are being pulled into Satan worship. Why is Kabbalah so secret? Teaching a secret is fraught with danger. The student is in danger, for he may believe he truly understands. A mystery can never be presented without the wrappings of metaphor and parable. Perhaps the student will grasp the wrappings but fail to unravel its content. Is the one who chews the husk and discards the fruit inside. Teaching a secret is fraught with danger. The teacher is in danger, for how can he know if he is truly understood? He will teach many students, his ideas will become popularized, their essence will be lost, and their meaning will be twisted into opposite of his intent. If you read the Bible and you teach the scripture, you do not need to be afraid of, because it is all written down. The Kabbalah itself is in danger, for once it has lost its integrity, immediately it is no longer received wisdom. It may be wise, it may be beautiful, but it is no longer Kabbalah. Anyway, I don't want to go too much through the whole thing, but you understand how nonsensical this is. And they say the Kabbalah is an aspect of Torah, and Torah means guidance or instructions. Everything in Kabbalah is meant as an instruction. So they claim that the Torah, one aspect of it is Kabbalah. Kabbalah provides a cosmic dimension to the issues of everyday human life. Illness is a reflection of the lovesickness of the divine presence for the infinite light. Who's the infinite light? Anyway, so you go on and check this out if you want to mess with this thing, but I hope you get the drift. Now this is my Jewish learning. Ask the expert, do I have to be 40 to study Kabbalah? Now this guy here is Professor Elliot Wolfson, Abraham Lieberman Professor of Hebrew and Judaic Studies at NYU. And he says he's an expert in Kabbalah and has written a number of books about Jewish mysticism and Kabbalah. And it says, along the path, studies in Kabbalistic myth, symbolism, and hermeneutics. And Aleph, Mem, Tau, Kabbalistic musings on time, truth, and death. So this is your professor, right, on Kabbalah. Now this is Huffington Post, and I just wanted to show you how this all leads into the one world religion. This is Islamic Sufism and Jewish Kabbalah shining a light on their hidden history. So the world's Muslim believers and the Jewish people have significant aspects common to their traditions, notwithstanding the persistence of conflict in the Middle East. So that refers to, obviously, the conflict. So Jews and Arabs both trace a lineage to monotheistic prophet Abraham. Right? So just remember that. Furthermore, Muslims and Jews further possess mystical customs. Islamic Sufism and Jewish Kabbalah, they are so close to one another that the presumption of mutual influence is inescapable. Right? I mean, are you understanding that as I am? At certain points, there is evidence for direct influence of Sufism on Jewish spirituality. Elsewhere, the path between the two is challenging to discern. I mean, you getting it, right? So these are the same satanic Babylonian mysticism worships, and I suggest you read this through. But I wanted to show you one more thing right here, which was yeah. So the means employed by the ecstatic Sufis and ecstatic Kabbalists are often identical: absorption in repetition of the names of God, accompanied by music and physical exertions, just like yoga and meditation. So understand that I just wanted to highlight that if one doesn't follow the Bible and the God in the Bible, then they follow something else. And magic, witchcraft, sorcery are all against the Bible. So how could people of God be doing those customs? But we know that Islam is satanic and Hinduism with all the gods and Buddhism and all that nonsense. But how could they claim they are God's people when they have this kind of customs? Now check this out. This is 1 Samuel 15. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity of idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being a king. And these are not my words. And check this out, 2 Chronicles 33. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom. Also he observed the times, used enchantments, used witchcraft, and dealt with a familiar spirit and with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. Right? And lastly, I want to show you this about your entertainment industry and how you are brainwashed into meditation, yoga, spiritualism, and New Age. This red bracelet is the Kabbalah bracelet that person practices Kabbalah. And you got the one eye on it, right? So check this out. How these people, Madonna, Charlize Theron, as I think is Nicole Richie, whomever, right? With the red wristband, all practicing the same Babylonian satanic mysticism Kabbalah as the people claim to be the chosen people of God. Do you think that's an accident that these people wearing that? The Kabbalah red string? And they all wearing that? The stars? You understand now the deception that goes on. Now I'd be glad to hear you, you know, counter this somehow, but I think it's pretty conclusive that what we just seen, right? All these puppets, and that's why you believe in New Age, spiritualism, understanding life, love, we all God, yoga, meditation, it's all the same thing. Islam, Judaism, if it is not the Bible, and if it is not Christ, then it is Satan worship, one way or the other. And the world is running straight into it because they are ignorant. So this is it. Blessings, and I hope I helped. So speak to you soon.